Everybody doesn't deserve access to you. Your time, your energy, your emotions, that's not free. And if you don't protect it, you'll stay drained, pouring into people who don't even respect your growth. What's good? Thank you for tuning into the What's Good Family podcast. Today, we're going to talk about who has access to you. What is access? Access is defined in simple terms the right, ability, or means to enter, approach, or use to obtain something. Who are you allowing into your space? Last week, we talked about the company you keep. This is piggybacking off of that. The company you keep, as I said last week, can determine a lot about you, and it says a lot about you. Now, who has access to you, meaning who are you pouring into and who's pouring back into you? We'll look at it like this. There's givers and there's takers. In every relationship, you're going to get both, one or the other. You're going to be a giver. Sometimes you're going to be a taker. Are you pouring more into somebody than what they're pouring back into you? Or are you taking more from somebody than what you're giving to them? And vice versa. So the issue in that is who has access to your time? This doesn't just go for friends. This goes for family as well. Let's be honest. Sometimes family is your biggest aggressors. They expect for you to do certain things for them because you happen to be blood related. But my motto is just because we're related by blood doesn't make us family. It makes us relatives, but it don't make us family. We'll use this example. You go to your grandma's house, and every time you go over there, you need to fix something or you got to do something. Every time you're the first person that she calls when she needs something done or something fixed or just anything. You're the first person that she calls. But when it comes time to who she's thankful for, who she's grateful for, who she's going to look out for, you ain't even on top of the list. Let's look at another thing. Who are you allowing access to your dreams and your plans? Like, think about it. You can't tell your dreams to everybody, and some dreams are just meant for you. Now, when you tell people your dreams or your plans or your goals, are they rooting for you? Or are they ones in the back going, I don't know, man. I don't think you're going to be able to do that. Maybe you're aiming too high. You need to bring it lower. What are they telling you? Are they encouraging you? Are they uplifting you? Now, vice versa. Are you the negative Nancy friend? Are you the friend like, girl, hey, dude, I don't think that's going to work out? Now, granted, it may not. We don't know. But how do we know if we don't try? I mean, I look at myself doing this podcast. I didn't tell everybody what I was doing until I got ready to do it because I didn't want nobody to deter me or distract me or take me off of my focus. The people I told, they were very uplifting and they were very supportive and still are supportive now. But at the end of the day, the people that I didn't tell, it wasn't meant for them to know. Same thing for you. You have to draw lines in the sand, which brings me to my next talking point: boundaries. We have to set boundaries and not be afraid to tell somebody when they've crossed those boundaries. Hey, look, this is where I draw the line at. This is where we stop. Like, if you keep pressing this issue, we're done. Don't be afraid to cut people off. Who are you allowing access to? If you're giving access to somebody who's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing your boundaries, they're not for you. They're not. What are you accepting? Are you lowering your standards? I'll put it to you like this, and we're going to use a family reference. If Joe Blow Schmo came talking crazy to you off the street, would you accept it? Would you tolerate it? Would you stand for it? Now, if you would check them, then why is it that certain members of your family can come talking to you all types of crazy and you accept that? Now, I know the argument, well, they family. I'm supposed to accept it. I love them. True, you can love them and still have boundaries. Some things, hey, family, I need your support. Some things, family don't need to know. You gotta set boundaries, and you can't be afraid to say, you know what, you've crossed the line. This is where it stops. So you have to be stern and know your worth. That's a good one. I struggle with that one myself. Knowing your worth and accepting nothing less than what you're worth. We will dim our own lights and we will shrink ourselves to make others feel big. But why can't we both be big at the same time? Why do I need to be smaller for you to shine brighter? Why can't we both shine bright at the same time? That's another example of somebody who they're not meant for you. If you go and you tell your family, hey, I got a new car, and then the next moment some member of your family comes, hey, guess what? I got a new car. You'll probably be like, okay, cool. Yeah, we both got a new car. If you go and tell your family, hey, we're having a baby, and then the next moment that person comes back, hey, guess what? I'm having a baby too. That's though again, these are examples. But that's somebody who doesn't want you to outshine them. They don't want you to be bigger than them. I'm gonna use the parents reference. You have certain parents out there, they don't want their kids to be bigger than them. They don't want their kids to be more successful than them. They don't want their kids to outshine them or outdo them. And they won't come out and say it like, yeah, you better not be better than me. I think that sometimes they'll play the most supportive role. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. But it's like, okay, at your moment of need or your moment when you need a little bit of help, they're nowhere to be found. They don't call you. They don't text you. They don't write you. Now, mind you, these are your parents. Sometimes you got to even cut off access to your parents because they don't fit the growing that you're trying to do. That's not saying you outgrow your parents or you don't love your parents. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is at certain points in time in your life, you have to unattach and cut off that access point and focus on yourself. Sometimes you got to surround yourself with people who they may not be family, but people who will pour into you and you pour into them. I heard back a while ago, there was a Pastor Reverend Holiday, and he came to the church that I was attending, which was his church at a point in time, but he had moved. But he came back home. We'll say he came back home. And he was speaking in terms of pastoral what it means to be a pastor and how a pastor acts. And one of the examples he used that just stuck with me was he said, I pour into my congregation. I fill their cups. Now, the thing is, as I'm filling their cups, my cup is emptying. Their cups are filling, my cup's emptying. And that's where he has another pastor or bishop apostle that pours back into him and fills his cup up so he can continue pouring out into his congregation. That's a spiritual reference, but it has such precedence in what I'm talking about right now, in who has access to you, who are you pouring into. Sometimes you could be pouring into a cup that got a hole at the bottom and don't even know it. Let that sink in for a minute. Sometimes we'll pour so much of ourselves into people. We give them access to everything we got. Yo, mi casa, su casa, what I got, you got. You know, my food is your food. My car is your car. And then it becomes a siphon. You're looking at it like, man, I just bought food yesterday. Hey, I just put gas in the car. You know, hey, why is my light bill and my water bill this high? And you're wondering, where is it going? Like, why is my bills constantly going up and I'm not changing anything? And then it hits you, boom. Hey, I'm not only am I taking care of myself, I'm taking care of this person too. Then you go to that person, and again, this may not be everybody's situation. This may not be all situations. I'm just speaking in general. You go to that person, and they do one or two things. They either correct the issue, then you can keep allowing them to have access to you because they're not becoming a burden, or they're going to keep doing what they're doing. And then now it's not only a burden, it's a financial burden, it's a strain. So not everybody will respect the fact that you got boundaries and that you're setting expectations on what once was free. So you got to think about it like that. Nobody should just have free access to you. There has to be stipulations and boundaries. with them utilizing you and your resources and your talent. My expectations of my friends, of people who are attached to me, who have access to me, is keep it 100, keep it 100 with me, but don't use me. Don't take advantage of me. Don't abuse the help that I'm giving. But again, I'll say this. My papa, God rest his soul, he said this in that quote. He said, I'm helping you with the intent of not having to help you in the future. Because if I have to help you and keep helping you, then it's no longer help. I am supporting you. Let that sink in. I'll say it again. Help is only a momentary thing. It is not a consistent thing. I can help you now to where you don't have to need help in the future. That is help. But if I'm having to constantly do it for you or constantly provide you with something, that is not help. That is taking care of somebody else. And if a person cannot respect the fact that you're saying, hey, you know what, this is it, then that person should have never had access to you from the get go. Again, we have to set boundaries and expectations with the help and the support that we're going to provide. Think about it like a job. Your job, you are an asset or a liability. Now, the job hires you because they believe you will be an asset to the company. So you get hired. But if you keep messing up and you keep costing the company money, they're going to cut you because you have now went from an asset to a liability. Now, you got to look at yourself in that same light. The people who have access to you, are they assets or liability? I'm investing in my kids' future. My kids, I do whatever I can for my kids because I'm investing in them. I'm pouring into them. Whatever they want to go out and achieve, whatever they want to do, whatever they want to be, I'm going to invest in that future. My return is not instantaneous. This is a long-term investment. I'm investing in what they can possibly become. Now, given the fact that they had every opportunity to become what they wanted to be. So until said time, my kids do something different, then I'm gonna have to cut that type of access to me off. As long as they're going in the right goal, heck yeah, they got it. I'm here for it. But in cutting somebody off, let me say this: in cutting somebody off or cutting their access to you, that doesn't mean you wash your hands and you don't have to deal with them. No, I'm not saying that. You have to reinvent that relationship, reinvent that interaction. Hey, look, I don't mind helping you again, but this is where I draw the line. I need to see A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z from you. A lot of times we give people access to us and we don't set an expectation of what they need to do, what they need to achieve, what we're looking for in order for them to keep having access to us. So think about that as you go through this week. Not only the company you keep, but who are you allowing to have access to you? And are you pouring into them and them into you, or are you pouring into a cup with a hole at the bottom, never to be filled? Or are you the cup with the hole at the bottom, never to be filled? Question yourself. As you look outward, also look inward at yourself and determine which one are you? Are you the person doing the pouring, or are you the cup being filled? Everyone can't have access to you, especially if they don't respect your growth. By me. So, in closing, y'all already know, if you're new to this, go on and hit that like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe button. If you're true to this, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. Remember, not everybody deserves access to you. Peace.